Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. You are welcome to. Uh, yeah, hello.
Hey,
Yes, it's me. I've
hey,
landed.
today
Yes,
is Kweku software developer.
Software developer.
Hey,
yes.
50 days. Nice.
Serious.
Charlie,
We
fresh
we
out.
are serious here. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It seems I have to
Well,
change mine.
Then maybe perhaps you have to log out and log in again.
Oh, no. I can change it without logging out. But I'll have to put there
Okay.
PA to Professor Kweku.
Oh my good.
ish.
I almost made it Prof Kweku, then software developer. But I said, oh nah. Otherwise, when I'm backstage, you will not see me. You add me to the page. You think it's somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
So, good evening to everyone. You're welcome to the last day of our 50-day challenge. So, yes, it's been some great journey. So, we'll be asking Mr. James, how has the journey been from day 1 to day 50? How has it been? What have you experienced? What have you been able to build on and stuff?
I'll start with a meme. Surviving is winning, Franklin. I don't know if you've heard that before.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Yeah. So we survived. So it means we have won. For me, I had so much challenges because I think I really came in with a strong energy. I didn't expect to witness the obstacles I witnessed because the truth was the thing that absented me from the weekends were a lot of travels and engagement during the weekends. So I had to be somewhere every weekend. So Friday I had to move out from my zone and go. And the days I'm not out, I'm just so tired from doing maybe house chores and a few other things. So that is what makes me not to join and some part of laziness. But that is my challenge. But my achievement is I've been able to see that if you have the right peers, the right set of companies around you, you can be able to achieve something. I was able to go back to my Arduino basics, learn my C very well, and able to do a course on Coursera. It is worth achieving. It is worth posting. It is worth being proud of. Yes, able to listen and master a lot of skills. So, all thanks to the CEO of Tween and learn a lot of things. I don't know if maybe I mentioned in one of our sessions. Aside from this, I actually do a lot of other things. I was even actually learning Python, even those times Newton was mentioning his classes and all that. Yes, I was actually redoing a session of Python with Python and machine learning. So I was also learning in that area all through with these 50 days, but I'm not done with that data science and machine learning rather. I'm not done with that area. I'm still progressing. So it has really taught me to be able to try and focus on one thing at a time and achieve something. Please, you have to stop me. If not, today is the last day. I will keep talking. I will keep talking. I'm a public speaker.
Pressure, pressure.
So
Okay. Okay.
so
Thank you
personally,
very much.
that is what I will just stop there. I've spoken for, let's call it less than 5 minutes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. James. So, Kweku, how has the journey been? What
Please
have
please call
you,
me James and call Kweku Professor Kweku, please.
Prof. Kweku? So,
So
So how has the journey been, and what have you been able to do so far?
Newton, read the name on the screen well. You're not reading the name well. What do you see on the screen?
Kweku, the software developer.
Uh-huh. Yes, you have not mentioned my name. Yes. So,
Okay.
Ellie, you're welcome. You're late, but you're welcome. James, too, you have
Thank
spoken
you,
a lot.
sir.
Yeah. Today I'm the boss here because I'm the only one with a different headline for the meeting. So, all of you did not catch the vision, Ellie. So, what was the question? How has the 50 days been? I think it's been good. It's been for me when I remember I said this when we began that when I was approached by Elia about this. By then that was like a month or two away from the date we began. And I remember I told Ellie that I was going to learn a language. And I was like anything tech. I was like, oh, so it brought my mind to really focus on the tech aspects of my life. Though I was learning Spanish alongside. I think I've not been very uh, consistent in that path, but I think the tech aspect is more prominent or important to me than the language a bit. So basically it's been a good run. It's helped me a lot because it's put me on my toes. Like the other time James was saying that when it's almost time for the meeting, he's like, hey, I'm going to meet Ellie. What would I say? I have to learn something. So it puts us on our toes, and I think it's a good initiative. And for me, one thing I've picked going forward, or indirectly, what I've learned is that, like James was saying, hey, James, I've seen, hey, embedded engineer at FinTech by force employment. Okay, okay.
They don't get any choice.
Okay. So basically, I think that what how it has helped me is that now going forward after this, it's like my mind is psyched to always put a time frame to my tasks or my events. So maybe after this challenge, I'm going to do maybe 7 days and see what I can do in 7 days. Maybe I can try to do 21 days on my own, or maybe I can find somebody, a friend, maybe just two of us, see how we can do 21 days and see how it helps. I think that when you have somebody to check you, even here, though it's online and the checks are not really, we try to check ourselves and everything. I don't think you will feel okay if you come and lied to us every day of the 50 days. I mean, then you are not normal. So I think that it helps to keep us in check, and it should we should be something that we should add to our lives going forward to keep ourselves time bound. Yeah. So I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prof. Kweku, the software developer. So I'll say my own, then I go to Ellie. So for me, it's been quite a challenging one, and I've learned a lot of things from day one to this the so from day one to this day, it's been a wonderful journey. I've been able to learn so much about Python. I've worked on several projects. Although I encountered some block ups here and there, but I've been able to cover a lot. I'm still learning, and through this, I've been able to get a lot of insight and a lot of ideas on the things that I should work on and stuff. So it's been a wonderful journey for me. Yes, a very great one. So, Ellie, how has the journey been, and what have you been able to do since the start of the 50-day challenge?
Yeah. So how has the journey been? Um, I'm finding it difficult to get words to describe it. Yeah, because I personally enjoyed every moment of the the journey. I saw it as the reward, and one of the things I personally want to preach this time is to see failure. as part of learning. Yeah. And even though personally I didn't encounter a lot in terms of failing, it's one of the things I want to draw people's attention to. That when you are working and you are not getting it, and other people are doing it and it is running, don't just say no. This is not for me. Remember the anthem. We are not going back. We've come too far to go back. Yeah. So the 50-day challenge has ended, but scaling up hasn't ended. Those are some of the things I adopted along the way. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Hey, James, you've changed. Yeah,
Yeah,
embedded in.
yeah. I just received the employment.
Oh wow, wow, that's great. That's great.
You
So
know,
You know, just
Professor
a
Ofu
little
and
one.
I, we are working in the same company.
okay,
Yeah, just a little one. When I created my Facebook account, that should be around my seventh Facebook account. I had a lot of Facebook accounts. The seventh one, which I'm currently using now, I stated that I was working at World Bank. Yeah, and that should be around P5. Yeah, so people are
Okay.
allowed to say anything. People are allowed to say, you're allowed to say you are working wherever you want. Just like how at
I
P5
have
I was
not
working
moved.
in World Bank.
I have not moved. This one is live, so I'm not moving.
But I like the vision. I like the vision. Yeah, I like the dream.
You know I can go
Yeah.
and share it on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, you can. You're allowed to. You're allowed
You
to.
know when people congratulate me, it's going to raise Twin Tech
I'll
higher.
personally. I'll trust me. Do it now. I'll be the first person to congratulate you.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be trying a lot of things out together. So, Kashegwe, yeah, down ball.
You say what?
I was asking, how are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing good. When I read through the Twin Tech today's last day session, I just saw in the caption that in the description that something will be unveiled and reviewed tomorrow. So I can't wait.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We
Yeah.
have a lot of things that will be revealed very soon. Yeah.
No, it is stated in it that tomorrow. Don't tell me very soon. It's
Okay.
stated there tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm
Something
expecting
will be
something.
revealed. Yeah.
We'll be revealing and expecting existing new, exciting new challenge tomorrow.
Hey,
Yes. I dey bound for last day inside like that.
What's the good job? What's the good job?
And one more.
Yeah.
okay,
Newton, can you? Yeah. Can you continue the moderation? Yeah.
okay. So yesterday I talked about me working on one
Yeah.
project
What's that?
where
The way your accents change at once, they relax. Ah,
Uh, is the accent for me, American accent. He's learning for me.
hey, I thought it wasn't me. So yesterday I talked about working on uh, a TK in tab where I source questions from their open trivia API. So today I'm going to, you know, do a brief overview of it. I'm having the project open here. For this project, it's a continuation of a project I presented, I think, around the 20 something. I've forgotten the specific day, but I did a quiz app and I showcased it here. So this one is an upgrade where you are having a UI in it. So let me present and let's see. Kindly hold on and confirm if you can see my screen. Um, okay. Can you all see my screen?
No, please.
Wow. Has it come now or it's still not there?
And then, okay, thank you.
It's in now.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. So this is a quiz app that I created with TK Inter. I'm already having some classes here, which I took it from the previous project that I did. So this one, we are just going to create the UI for the app to make it look very wonderful. So let's take a look at how the UI is. Um, okay. Uh, Kindly hold on for me. I think that doesn't want to load. Wow.
So let me just chip this in. I think whilst you're trying to fix your um,
Okay.
bug issue, I don't think I've been able to present all through these 50 days. Have I?
Yeah, that was say why you be a mine. Yeah, that was you.
Okay, so you don't worry. When when
Why do you why you?
don't don't worry. When meeting is done, I will try to access my GitHub from here, and then if there's time, I can share my
Wow.
screen. Okay.
Wow. Senior man. They are saying
Voila.
my max
Send it to
retries
Musab's
has
bag.
exceeded. I
Sorry.
don't
Hello.
know. Yeah, it seems to have exceeded the API quite. I don't know why it's. But let's kindly hold on for me. Let's see. I don't know why it doesn't display. Few minutes before the meeting, it was displaying. I don't know why.
Ellie,
Wow.
why is it the one
Okay,
I was
so
talking? You were
Max
thinking.
oh, so at times you see the you enter the spirit and all you can do is hey yeah. So as Newton is trying to resolve his issue. So what is the next few months ahead like for you? Because I understand learning is an endless process, it's a continuous one. Like yeah, what do you have on your table? What are you anticipating? Let's have that discussion. Maybe I will start. I will prefer to start. I'll prefer to start. So there's it. From now to 15th August, I'm not sure I'll be able to do anything tech related except for managing few projects. From 15th July, no, so from 15th August, I will um, do a personal scale up again. But even though I'm saying that I will not be doing anything tech, it doesn't mean that I'm hibernating or uh, I'm going to die off in tech. Yeah, there will be some 2 hours in, 2 hours off, but it's not going to be consistent as the active 50 day challenge. But from the 15th of August, I am starting a personal one again. Yeah, so that's what I have on my table. Yeah, who wants to share with us?
Okay, I think I would go next. For me, after these 50 days, I still want to finish up the things that I actually planned out for the 50 days to do that I've not done. Yes, especially in the aspect of exploring the robotic operating system, several platforms for doing that. And then I'll also, because I've dived into my research work deeper. My components are to be purchased and they are on their way coming. So I would also have to be doing that research. So let's call it for the next 3 months. That is what I'll be doing, and then I would actually be doing up to 3 or 4 research simultaneously, in addition to what I posted on LinkedIn. I just lost an equipment I have to buy. So after the post was when I realized the one I had was not working. So I would have to make that purchase and then I will commence at least 3 or 4 research simultaneously. But I will still work life balance everything and try and give at least 2 hours a day in the tech space because that is the skill that I believe will move me to the next level I need to be in. So that's and I'll also be watching some movies and also be chilling and also be traveling. I'll wait for the next session of Tween Tech program. And thank you Tween Tech for the employment.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. They are saying I've made a max retry with the API, so I still can't get
You
access
sure say you
to
know be
your
your house people?
website. Come again.
Are you sure it's not your house people?
I'm even trying to load the website to get a new API key, and the website doesn't want to load. I don't know why.
Okay.
What's
So
that thing called? I've forgotten what that thing is called. I
Come
don't know
again.
if you are. There is something that came to mind. I don't know if you have used it. I'm coming. Let me confirm what that is. Uh,
Okay.
when yeah, your status code, and or you're not employing it here.
Come again. No, so this the link here is an API key the website generated for me. So
Oh,
I
okay,
gave
okay. Uh,
yeah. So I gave them the amount of questions and the difficulty and stuff. So I just placed the API link here. Then the parameters from the link I placed it here so that whenever I pass it, it doesn't give an error. But then let me try this and see.
Listen, don't worry about that bug. It's a normal thing. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's a normal
he's
thing.
Ellie's house people are after him. Yeah, I understand. It's a normal thing. It's
My
definitely a
house
lot.
people are not after and they don't chase people like that. They know the kind of people they chase. If you're not
Hmm.
associated to them, they don't chase you.
Okay,
Okay,
so max retries exceeded. So wow.
can you restart the kernel and see?
Okay.
Palm kernel or what?
a shock, a shock. You people, why? The things you are doing, you are just bringing some memories when I was in class five and I was doing Python. Using
Okay.
Python for some of these things in class five.
When you were in class 5 and you were in Python.
Yeah, we were using Python and in our class computer and everything, but it's like I've forgotten.
Class five.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Early, you know, he was using computer. Oh. If you understand, you understand.
P5. Oh yeah, P5. Yes, yes. I think I had. No, my brother had a computer when I was in P5, and by then he was in JHS. And
You too,
let me
you
tell you
had a
something nice.
computer.
No, no, let me tell you something about that computer. That
Uh,
computer, let me tell you something about it. I'm only allowed to touch it when they are outside. So whenever it is around, yeah, I think 3 p.m., they go and play football and come back before 6. So when they leave, that is when I have a chance to on that computer. Now, if you on that computer, there are times where I think that was the time where like every virus was just all around. You can on that computer, go and then bath, do whatever thing you want to do, come back, and it is still booting. And by the time Road Rush, but those days Road Rush was one of my favorite games. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
By the time the Road Rush will run, they are back. Yeah. So yeah, but those days I wasn't tuning. No, nobody even thought I would land myself into this space of IT or yeah, it's either Ellie might be a lawyer or
Huh?
probably a doctor
Who?
or oh yeah,
Who be lawyer?
like
Anka,
those were things that people were thinking Ellie would become.
thank God God, thank you for saving them from that thought. Anka, the person who rot in prison.
So
Hey,
is it I won't win any case or what?
no, you send people that are innocent to prison. Hey,
Oh, but if I can yeah have a legal case for you to be in prison, why not?
ayo, I'll pay you finish and you let me go to prison.
If you don't pay me, oh, yeah. But I like what lawyers are actually doing. So they are lawyers, not just the lawyers, the legal system, they are safeguarding their profession from IT. So this is what's happened. There was this, I don't know how true this is, but it was a video I watched, and then the guy wasn't having a lawyer. All the emails and everything that he wrote to the judge, the documents and everything that he provided, they were actually submitted by an AI. And the day that he went to court, everything was done for him. The day that he went to court and he wanted to, his lawyers were supposed to speak. And then there was a video. When I listened to the case, it was so nice. But the judge was like, who is that? And you know, lawyers will always present themselves in a particular way before a judge. So the judge was like, no, this is not so professional. But the case was good. And the judge realized it was an AI. The judge got so furious about it. And yeah, but to me, I felt the AI could have won the case. Yeah, because when I looked at what the AI was saying, yeah. And another thing that the lawyers too are also doing is that they are like, before you can practice as a lawyer, you need certain certifications. The AI doesn't have those certifications, so it can't practice. So now they are trying their best to safeguard their profession from the the AI. But the truth is that not all lawyers are solicitors or barristers. So definitely some of them will have to lose their jobs. So they have to just accept it as soon as possible and start working with it. Yeah, Newton, are you done?
Yeah. Hold on for me. Let me check something. It seems it's now working. Okay. Okay. So I'm now having response from the API. So let's get started. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So before starting, everything is being done with TK Inter. So I have to import TK Inter. Um, so I'll use this from TK Inter import star. So whenever you do this, it means you are trying to import all the class from TK Inter. So that's what I did there. And this one too from QuizBrain, import QuizBrain. I would explain it when we go down a little. So I created a class called Quiz Interface, and in the creation of classes, it makes use of Pascal keys. So that's why we are having the kill in capital and the I2 in capital. Then I created an attribute. So in creating an attribute, you would have to use the def, the init, then we pass in the parameters. So the self here is a default parameter, but then the quiz brain here is something that I introduced because from what we'll be doing, we'll be sourcing from this quiz brain class. It has already been defined, so I'm calling it so that whenever I need it, I'll be able to make use of it. So self.quiz will equal to this quiz brain which I've created here. Then the self.window will be the TK inter window. So this would help display the window of the TK inter. Let me run the main code. Can you see the TK inter up here?
No, please.
No,
You are
please.
sharing just where the code is.
Okay, okay. Then let me share the whole my entire screen. Kindly hold on for me. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen and
No, I'm sorry. We are
Um.
waiting for MTN
Okay.
to let us
So
know.
so now your screen will not be. You will not be able to share your screen again. Sorry about that. Yeah.
come again?
You will not be able to share your screen again because I'm not with my I don't have administrative access at the moment. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
But is
you can't
Edem on the call? Oh, okay, yeah. So Edem is on the call. They are too
you
early.
can't see my screen.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see now. We can
We can
see.
see.
Yeah, we can see now. Okay.
Okay, okay. So let me show you something here. So for the self.window.title, this gives the title of the app. So I made the title quiz trivia. So that's why we're having this quiz trivia here. Then the self.window.config, which is about this window here. I gave the pattern for the X to be 20 and the pattern for the Y to be 20. And then the background will be the theme color, which is a global value I used here. So this is like, I think, deep blue or something. Yes. Then the label. So the score dot label is I'm creating a score label, which is this score here, and I'm setting it to 0. And then the foreground, the font color should be white. So that's why I'm having the font color to be white. And then the background of this label should also be equal to the theme color which I created. So that's why I'm having it here. But then after creating the label, you would have to instantiate it. So I'm using the grid to make it appear in the ticket because if so we are having the grid and the pack. So if you don't use either of them, it won't appear. So I'm using the grid. So that's why the row is equal to 0 and the column is equal to 1. I've divided it into several parts. So it would appear to this side. Then I created a canvas. So the canvas is where the question will be displayed. So I gave the weight of the canvas to be 300, the height to be 250, and then the background of the canvas to be white. So that's what I'm having here. So that's why this canvas is white. Yes. And then I created another attribute self dot question dot text. So with this one, we'll be able to create text from um, the to create text on the canvas. So yes, when I start, it will just be some question text, but then I've imported the quiz brain, so that's why we are not seeing it there. Then the fill color will be the theme color, which is the same light blue, and then the font will be Arial. The font size is 20, and the font style is italic. Then for that one, I would have to put it on a grid so that it will appear in the center. So the row is 1 and the column is 0. And the column span defines the width of the width of the canvas, so it will cover two columns, and then the padding should the padding of the y should be 50. Then for this true this correct and the wrong image to appear here, I would have to make use of the photo image class in the TK inter. So I create a variable true underscore image. I call the photo image class, then pass on the file, which is true.png. I'm already having it here. So when you come here, it's already in my directory. That's why I was able to do that reference. So here it is. Let me go to the UI and see. Then I created it as a button. So self.true underscore button. I call the button class. Then I pass on the image, which is the true image, the highlight thickness. So the highlight thickness, you see, when you don't bring it, there will be some border here. So that's why I brought it there so that it will remove the border there. Then the command is whenever I press on the true button, it should do something. So that's the thing that I want it to do. So I've already created a function which is true underscore pressed. So let's take a look at that function here. So whenever I pass on that function, it gives a feedback. So it will check the answer, whether the answer is true or false, then it will give me a feedback, and I have already created a feedback function here. So if I'm right, then the background of the canvas will change to green. If I'm wrong, it will change to red, and it does this every 1,000 milliseconds, which is like 1 second. Then after that, it goes to the next question. Where am I? Okay. Yes, then the false image to the same thing. I put it on a grid. Then after when after pressing the false uh, image button, it goes to the next question, and it will do the same feedback thing as well. So there's the class, the next question. So if we want to get to the next question, it would have to start as with a white background. So it will check if I still have questions in there. If I still have questions in there, it would be populating the score. So that's why I'm having this score label here. And then it will go to the next question. This one I've already created. It's in my quiz green. And then for it to change the current question text, I would have to use the canvas.item config. Then it will display the next question. If then the else statement here will check whether I'm done with all the questions. So if I'm done with all the questions, the next text that will come will be you've reached the end of the quiz. Then this true button, the state has to be disabled, because if you don't disable it, um, there will be a problem. I'll make you see all that. Then, so this, I've already explained this. So that's how it works. Let's take a look at it and let's see. So this one is questions on games. I'm not really good at games, so let me try guessing. Oh, I'm getting all wrong. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so I got one correct. So
The
that's why I'm
programmer himself is failing.
come again.
I said the programmer himself is failing his quiz.
The quiz, the difficulty is quite hard. So yes, so I want to get to the end of the questions, and so when I get to the end of the question, it will change the um, text here to you've reached the end of the quiz. Then these buttons will no longer be working. So that's why I'm having this here. Where is it? Uh-huh. So if I let me do this. If I try to comment this out and then I rerun the code, let me rerun the main.py again and let's see something. You see that if I don't change the state whenever I press the green, it will change to it will give me the red background, and yes, it will give me the green background because it doesn't know what is going on now. So I would have to disable it. So that's what I've been able to do today. So that's what I was talking about yesterday. I'm currently working on another one where it will be sending an SMS request. It will check the weather and then it will send you an SMS to know whether it will be raining or not. I'll be using Twilio, and yeah, I was thinking of using M Notify or Haptor. I'm trying to read their documentation to get a closer, in-depth understanding on it. So, guys, this is what I've been able to do. Thank you for listening. Hello?
I didn't hear you. I want Ellie to talk. You deserve to be like we have to pop a champagne for you.
Um, yeah, Newton, um, that's a great work. So let's go for our last statement. But just include in your last statement for this scale up, just include what this scale up actually meant to you. Yeah, you can equally share your transition, like the changes. So number one, your last statement. Number two, what this meant to you. Number three, if you can share some of your transitional stories, changes you've seen, good, bad. Yeah.
Okay.
I think James can start.
Okay. James.
But you know, lateness is a crime. So I think we actually Newton led us to saying some of those things in the beginning, but I will just chip it in. So the skill up was one an opportunity. What I thought of it as an opportunity to be consistent and achieve something, and then I would say I will have been able to achieve something, and I've been able to learn consistency and the key and understand that the key to master something is just to be focused on one thing at a time and not be a jack of all trades that I've always been, and sometimes a master of none. So that is it. To be able to master, we just have to focus on one. And what this challenge meant to me, it was like a great opportunity to, you see, sometimes when you study something, you don't get to interact with people. You see, just like what Newton did, just like the days I explained the simulation, I was really into it. I was actually surprised because even along the way, what I was doing, sometimes I was just confused. But coming to you people, I was able to try and explain the thing the way I can. Learned, had some knowledge of what Professor Okweku is doing. I'm sure when he watch this video, he'll be happy. Yes, what he's doing, and then what Newton is actually doing, and what Ellie is doing. I was so happy to be here. And some challenges I would say is the challenges I face would be just dependent on me. You have to make the decision. And also, one other big challenge, which is normal, is sometimes it's not always the way it seemed to be. I actually thought I would have been easier. I said that earlier when I started, but along the line, my weekends were just choked. I was just traveling a lot, and then sometimes when I'm not traveling, I do some kind of works on the weekend, then I'm just tired to even be able to join. So most weekend I'm even just indoors. I don't even go anywhere. Um, and when I travel, I'm just busy at the other end. The atmosphere is not always conducive, and network sometimes cut across. But beyond all this, excuse is not necessary. So even some of the weekends I get to join, I just make sure I try to do something before I get on the call. So it has always been a great platform for me to be able to actually make, because of accountability, I had to perform a task. Yes, that is the way I will put it. So shout out to Twink Tech. Thank you for the opportunity, and thanks you to CEO Elikulim Gamon Godevuvuma to Ajompa, the first son of the land, the true son of the soil. And thank you for uh, making us a part of this. Thank you to Newton, them, your entire Twin Tech team. Tell them that their new team member gives them a shout out. Thank you.
Thank you. So let me go on. So for my last words, I would say that for anyone who is trying to learn a new skill and is feeling overwhelmed with the things that you would have to learn, just take the first step. So that's what I did. I took the first step, and yes, it has been great. I think for this skill up, prior to the skill up, I think 5 days or a week, I had someone slide into my DM that she wants to learn about Python programming. So I was like, wow, Python programming. So I was like, oh, I'll be able to help her with it. But then before I will be able to do that, I had to start mastering, you know, learning the skill of Python programming very well. So I dedicated some time and started. Then the skill up to started, and every day we were able to do checkups and we showcased what we've worked on. So this skill up has been a great opportunity for me. I've been able to learn a lot about Python programming, quite a lot. Yes, and I'll be diving into various aspects of it very soon. Yes, I've become so hooked into it that I really want to learn more. I took upon myself that for this skill up by the end I'll have to proficient in Python programming. I remember somewhere during my NSS and someone came to see me. I think I was doing something on data camp and the person was like, oh, you are now learning int and those stuff. Said, you pa, forget about it and do something else. But I last 2 weeks I had a call with the person. The person was quite impressed and yes. So this skill up has helped me a lot. And yes, now I can say I know a bit about Python and programming, and I love to learn other languages that would be in line with the skill that I want to develop. So yeah, those are my final words.
Thank you very much, Newton, James, Kweku, Julian, everybody. Yeah. Thank you all for accepting the challenge to scale up yourself, and to the entire team of TwinTech, Edem, and everybody. Yeah. See you on the next challenge. The challenge still continues. Bye.
Okay,
James, won't you
bye.
say bye?
I'm not talk bye. Relax. But you are missing me already.
Sure.